Hello and welcome to your yoga class today. We will be working with heart openers today, and I say heart openers instead of backbends, although they are technically the same thing, because instead of trying to reach and go for depth in the backbend, instead I want you today to try and just practice opening your heart space so that this expansion in the chest will then bring you back with more space throughout the spine. Today we will use a strap, which if you don't have a yoga strap, no problem. You can always just do it without. If you do have a yoga strap, figure out how to make a loop in your strap. If it's the two metal loops, then all you'll do is bring the tail end of the strap through both, and then you'll separate the metal pieces, go over the first and under the second. And then when you pull tight, you have a loop. If you have a different brand, you might just need to figure out how to do the loop on your own specific strap. But make the loop just about the size of like a grapefruit or an orange. And then you can set the strap off to the side. We won't use it for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it closer to the end of class. We'll also need a block today. If you don't have a yoga block, you can always grab a water bottle or anything that's just elevated from the ground a bit. Place your block at the top of your space. And then come on down into a Shavasana. Separate your feet a bit wider than hip width here. Bring one hand to your heart and the other to your belly. And as you start to arrive in your practice today, first just start to notice your breath. Notice the rise and fall of the hand on your chest with your breath. And then if you're showing up with a naturally deep breath today, maybe your belly is lifting and lowering the second hand as well. But if your breath is a bit more shallow today, no worries. That's why we're here, to invite in a deeper breath. It's all invitation in your yoga practice versus forcing, so that we can find our strength through ease versus through forcing and effort. We'll start with Viloma Pranayama. This is a 3-part inhale, starting from the belly up, followed by a 1-part exhale. Inhale 1/3 of your breath into your belly and pause. Inhale 2/3 of your breath into your rib cage and pause. Inhale that last sip of breath all the way to full. Pause at full. Open your mouth. Exhale, let all of the air go. Again, inhale 1/3 into your low back and pause. Inhale 2/3 into the back of your rib cage and pause. Inhale that last third of breath through your shoulder blades, the back of your neck. Pause at full. Open your mouth. Exhale, let it all go. One more. Inhale 1/3 and pause. Inhale 2/3 and pause. Inhale that last third of breath all the way to full. Sip in more air at the top. Pause at full. Open your mouth. Exhale, let it all go. Now close down your mouth. Start to breathe in and out through your nostrils for Ujjayi Pranayama. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground. Setting up for Setu Bandha bridge pose. Bring your arms down by your sides. Now walk your shoulders closer together. On an inhale, press down through your feet and lift your back up. If your shoulders feel warm enough to do so, interlace your hands under your sacrum and walk your triceps closer together. Start to feel the back body warm up here. Lift your chest towards your chin. Send your chin away from your chest. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, release your grip. Lower your sit bones to the ground. Extend your legs forward. Keep your forearms on the ground next to you and zip up your legs. Now we'll work towards fish pose. You're going to press down through your elbows. Lift your upper back and place the crown of your head on the ground. Now this is the crown of your head versus the back of your head, so you feel extreme expansion through your throat. Feel the space across your chest and your heart. Take one more breath in. Exhale, press down through your arms and release back to the earth. Bend your knees to 90 degrees. Interlace your hands behind your head. Inhale through center. Exhale, tap your toes to the ground. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lift your shoulder blades off the ground. Inhale, lower. Exhale, tap your toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift your shoulder blades. So we're going back and forth here, and instead of combining the movements, we're allowing ourselves, our body, to find the difference between working the transverse abdominis muscle group, which is what you're hitting when you tap your toes, and your six-pack muscles, which is when you lift your shoulder blades off the ground. Take 5 more rounds here with your breath. A full round is tapping both your toes and lifting your shoulder blades. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. Get those shoulder blades off the ground and then draw knees into belly. Rock side to side first. And then start to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. Take a few rocks to massage your back. And then start to gain some momentum. Plant your feet, lift your hips, lower your head. Uttanasana, forward fold at the top of your space. Now I like to bump my block to its highest height so that when I press down, my chest gets as high as my tailbone, or close to it. We'll do a few standing cat-cows here. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your tailbone, lift your chest, lift your chin. Exhale, cat, press into the block, straighten your legs, tuck chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your sit bones, lift your head. Exhale, cat, tuck and curl. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, lift your left leg into the air, grounded airplane. Exhale, Shiva squat, left knee behind your right, chin to chest. Reach back with your right hand to capture your left foot. Then inhale, kick foot into hand and lift your heart forward. Lift your back knee a bit higher, open your right shoulder blade. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your foot, step back to a lunge. Hands to earth, tented fingertips or hands to blocks. Inhale, dip your hips, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, straighten your front leg, hinge at your hips and fold. 2 more. Inhale, bend your front knee, lift your heart forward and through. Exhale, straighten your front leg, hinge and fold. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your right hand inside your right leg and pivot around to face the left side of your space. Turn your toes in, your heels out. Keep your hips over your heels in space. And walk your hands as far forward as you can get them so that your upper body feels like downward facing dog. Now I can't really do that with the space that I have, so I'll lower my forearms and melt my heart. Same actions here, just in a different way. Release your head, release your neck. Embody the shape fully, not just by being here, but by feeling the shape from your feet to your hands to your head. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana, bend your left knee. And then you can just take it into a lateral lunge or lift your right toes and settle in, whatever feels best for you. Inhale, lift your hips back through center. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your space into runner's lunge. Toe heel your right toes to hang off your mat. Lower your back knee. Now with left hand on earth or block, bend your back knee. Reach up and back with your right hand to capture the outside edge of your foot. draw your heel closer to your glutes. If your foot's too far, you can always twist open and reach. That will give you the same actions here. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release your back foot, straighten your front leg. Scoot your right heel more forward so your left hip lands over your left knee. And then start to move your toes on your right foot side to side to get into all 3 hamstrings. Bring your toes back through center, lower your toes forward and down to stretch the top of your ankle. Keep your heart lifted here. Now lift your toes straight up and turn your toes over to the left. Press down and forward through the pinky toe edge of your foot. Walk your right hand again inside your right leg. Spin on your left knee so your legs are in gate pose. Keep your legs here. Walk your left hand outside of your left hip. On an inhale, reach your right leg into the air, right arm up for a grounded half moon. Now shine your heart up. Take a breath in here. Exhale, close off your hips, lower your right hand, and spin on your left knee. Step your right foot to the back of your space. Step your left foot to meet your right. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Lift your kneecaps up your legs. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward and slowly lower all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes, root through the tops of your feet. Press down through your hands, inhale, curl up, cobra pose. Shoulders down your back. Think about doing up dog with your legs down. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Another rolling cobra, inhale, press down, lift up, Bhujangasana, shoulders down your back. Exhale, earth. Cue change here, tent your fingertips off of your mat. Inhale, curl up, super cobra. Exhale, dip your right shoulder to the left, lift your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, dip your left shoulder, lift your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center, lift an inch higher. Exhale, lower everything down. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, hips back, down dog. Take your time finding stillness here if you need some movement first. And then tilt your tailbone up towards where the ceiling and wall meet. Draw your shoulders slightly farther forward to plug your arms in. And then keeping this, draw your chest back towards your thighs. Inhale, look up between your thumbs. Exhale, walk your feet to a forward fold. Grab your block if it's on the other side of your mat. Separate your feet hip-width distance apart. Root now through your left foot. Lift your chest as high as your tailbone. Inhale, lift your right leg into the air, grounded airplane. Exhale, Shiva squat, right knee behind your left, chin to chest. Capture your right foot with your left hand. Kick foot into hand and lift your knee a bit higher. Open your rib cage forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, step back to a lunge. Hands to earth or blocks. Inhale, dip your hips, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, straighten your front leg, hinge at your hips and fold. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Walk your left hand inside your left foot. Turn your toes to a wide-legged forward fold. This time we're just passing through. Inhale, halfway lift your chest. Exhale, Skandasana, bend your right knee. Option to lift your left toes here. Keep your chest open. Hands to the ground. Inhale, lift your hips through center. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your space, which was the back of your space. So we're right back where we just were. Turn your left toes to hang off your mat. Lower your back knee, runner's lunge. Now root through your right hand more. Bend your back knee. Reach up with your left hand and back to capture the outside of your foot Again, if it's too far, just twist and reach for it. Open your left shoulder. Take a breath in here. Exhale, release your back foot. Straighten your front leg, half splits. Scoot your left heel slightly more forward. And then turn your toes to the left and the right. Feel all 3 hamstrings here. Keep your heart reaching forward. Now lower your left toes down to the mat. Stretch the top of your ankle. Lift your toes up. Turn your toes now over to the right. Press down and forward through the pinky toe edge of your foot. Step your left hand inside your left leg. Spin on your right knee so your toes point behind you. And keep walking your right hand outside of your right hip. Inhale, grounded half moon. Lift your left leg up, reach your left arm up. Reach through your left heel like crazy. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lower your left hand, spin on your right knee. Lower your left toes. Step your right foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, shift forward and lower halfway down, pause. Flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here, fill up. Exhale, let that breath go. Inhale, look to the top of your space. Exhale, walk your feet to a forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch. Bend at your knees. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit further down and back than when you first arrived with toes light. Take a breath in. Exhale, airplane chair, palms face down by your hips. Lift your heels, lengthen the back of your neck. Lower your hips an inch lower. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Lower your heels. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left knee lifts. Exhale, figure 4. Cross the left ankle over right thigh, hands to heart. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, send it all back through a full airplane pose. And then step it back to warrior 1. Back heel down at an angle. Awesome. With hands still at your low back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your gaze up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold forward. Humble warrior. Fold inside your right knee, release your head and neck. Shift your right hip further back. Continue to draw your shoulder blades down your back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release your hands by way of your low back. Cartwheel open, inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of your space. Settle your front knee over your front heel. Energetically pull your feet towards one another. Then reach through your fingertips. For archer arms, reach your left arm up, bend at your elbow, fingertips to your upper back. Flip your right palm away from you, bend your elbow. Don't worry about capturing the other hand today. Reach your elbows apart. Press the back of your head into your left forearm and the back of your spine into your right hand. Now stay in your archer arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Find extra length in your left side. Wrap your right arm around your low back for a half bind. Exhale, side angle with a half bind. Left arm forward and to your left leg. Use your right hand on your hip to press your hips back for more length through your left side. Peel your right shoulder open. Start to straighten your front leg, release your half bind. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Glide forward, 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 forward. Left hip back. Left hand to your leg. Right arm straight up. Instead of worrying about depth here, of reaching the ground, think about creating more length through your side body first and foremost. Take one more breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Hands frame your front foot, lift your back heel. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward, come halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, elbows bent. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now I'm just going to turn around so you can see the front of the body on side two, but you can stay at the back of your mat. Inhale, look up to the top of your space. Exhale, walk, skip, or jump to a forward fold. Big toes touch. Bend at your knees. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, airplane chair into drinking bird. Lift your heels. Settle your hips a bit lower. Root through your left foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Right knee lifts. Arms lift. Root through that left foot a lot. Exhale, standing figure four. Right ankle over left thigh. Hands to heart. Square your hips, open your heart forward. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, full airplane Dakasana, send everything back. Lift your hands higher than your leg. Take one more breath in. Exhale, step back for warrior one. Back heel down. Inhale, keep your hands where they are. Interlace opposite hand on top. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, humble warrior, fold inside your left knee. Release your head and neck. Shift your left hip further back. Take one more breath in, reach through your fist. Exhale, release your hands by way of your low back. Inhale, cartwheel open, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your space. Front knee over your front ankle, shoulders over your hips, arms active here. For archer arms, right arm up, bend your elbow, shoulders stay over your hips here. Flip your left palm back and reach your fingertips up. Now reach your elbows apart, press everything into your arms and your upper body. Stay with your archer arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Find extra length in your right side. Keep that bend in your front knee. Wrap your left arm around your low back. Exhale, side angle with a half bind. Right arm on your right leg. Use your left hand to press your hip back. Spiral open through your left shoulder. And then you see what feels best for your neck. If looking up feels good, you can go there. Looking forward or looking down. Right shoulder out of your ear. Now start to straighten your front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle pose. Reach up and back. Exhale, keep this length in your right side. Trikonasana, glide forward, forward, forward. Right hand to earth, leg or block. Left arm up. Micro bend in your front knee. Continue to shift your right hip back. Again, gaze can be wherever feels best for you. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release to a low lunge. Plant your hands. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, shift forward. Come halfway down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg into the air. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip, circle through your ankle, one direction and then the other. Inhale, straighten back through your legs, square your hips. Exhale, step forward for warrior one. Now find your strap, and you're going to loop that little apple or orange-sized loop around your back foot. Then square your hips, come up to stand, stack your shoulders over your hips. front knee right over your front ankle. Bring the strap behind you and hold on to it with both hands. So it's similar to our chest expansion before Humble Warrior, but now we have a bit more support or a bit more opportunity for depth with the strap. So from here, draw shoulder blades closer together, down your back, lift up through your rib cage, then start to walk your hands down. Stay out of the low back here, open up your heart. Again, keep that bend in your front knee. Breathe deeply. Hold on to the strap with just your left hand. Come back upright. Now bring the strap around your shoulder, elbow points up. Bring your right hand to meet your left. Keep that bend in your front knee. This is going to feel more intense. Reach up through your rib cage. And then press the back of your head lightly into your forearms. 3 more breaths here. If you have space to do so, you can walk your hands farther down your strap. Release the strap, hands together. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, cross your left elbow outside of your right knee for a twisted warrior. This should feel really good after the chest expansion you just found. Take 1 more breath here. Exhale, release your hands. Lift your back heel. Don't worry about the strap, we'll get it in a minute. Lower your back knee. Now lift your hips up a bit and toe heel your right foot across your space. Come into a half pigeon pose. You can also come into this by going through down dog. We're working towards mermaid today. If your right sit bone is lifted or you just want more support for your hips, slide a block underneath or a blanket, pillow, whatever you have. Now from here, square your hips and start to bend your back knee. Here's where you can take that strap off. Capture the inside of your foot and start to pulse your foot in and out towards your back body. Giving your hip flexors a little love here. Once you feel okay where you're at, pull it in a bit closer and then maybe reach your right arm straight up. Now you can stay right here. This is a beautiful variation of mermaid. Or start to hook your foot into your elbow. Bend your right elbow and find those archer arms that we found in our warrior 2. Press the back of your head into your forearm. Keep your fingertips connected. Wherever you are, embody the shape and fill that shape with breath. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, release gently. Tuck under your back toes. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right foot down, downward facing dog. And then just pedal through your heels here. Move your strap up to the top of your space so it's there for side 2. Inhale, lift your left leg into the air. Exhale, bend at your knee, open up your hips, circle through your ankle. Square your shoulders here, lift right shoulder a bit higher. Inhale, reach back through your left leg. Exhale, step forward for warrior 1. Back heel down. Grab your strap and loop that strap part around your back foot. Then hold on to the strap and come on up. Bring the strap behind you, both hands to the strap. First and foremost, shoulder blades together, lift your heart, front knee over your front ankle. Then start to walk your hands down your strap while lengthening your low back. Look up, like our bridge pose in the beginning of class. Lift your chest towards your chin, but your chin away from your chest. 2 more deep breaths. Hold on to the strap with your right hand. Loop it over your shoulder and bring your left hand to meet it. Again, front knee bent, length through your low back, reach up through your rib cage. Press the back of your head gently into your arms. Maybe walk your hands down your strap a bit more. 3 deep breaths here. Release the strap, palms touch. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, revolving warrior. Hook right elbow outside of left knee. Just let this feel like a wringing out of your spine. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release your hands. Lift your back heel. Kind of kick your strap out of the way and lower your back knee. Now lift your hips a bit to give yourself space. Toe heel your left foot across for a half pigeon pose. From here, square your hips. Option for block underneath the left sit bone now. Bend your back knee. Reach up and back with your right hand to capture your right foot, the inside edge. If your strap is there and your foot's too far, you can also loop the strap around your foot. And it gives you that much more space here to pulse your foot in and out. So do what feels best for you here. Try to find a letting go of engagement in your hamstrings here. Let your foot just come along for the ride instead of your leg bringing itself in. Now from here, option to lift your left arm up. Next step, foot into your elbow crease. Last step, fingertips connect for arch your arms, full mermaid. Wherever you are, continue to breathe and just feel the shape that you're in fully. Slowly release your left hand. Release your back foot. Hands to the ground. Inhale, lift your left leg into the air. Exhale, step your left foot down. Pedal through your heels to get the blood flowing back down through your legs. And then inhale, look forward. And exhale, lower your knees halfway down your mat. Extend your hips to one side. Extend your legs forward. And root down through your hamstrings. Flip your palms up. We'll slowly lower down to the back, one vertebra at a time, so that your belly has one last chance to warm up to cool down the other side, the back side. Awesome. Once you're all the way down, bring your knees in towards your belly. Wrap your arms around your legs and let this pressure downward feel good after all of the opening that we've done. Hold on to a shin with each hand. Open your knees into a reverse child's pose. You can also go into happy baby. Bring your knees back together to your cactus, your arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower both knees to the right. Bump your hips to the left. Here, let the ground hold you. Notice anywhere you're still engaged and try to let that go. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lower both knees to the left. Bump your hips to the right. Again, release any control that you were trying to have in this shape and just let it be. Let it feel like an unwinding from your practice. Inhale, come back through center. Pull both knees in towards your belly. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a loving squeeze. Inhale here. Exhale, final Shavasana. Take up space. Walk your shoulder blades closer together. And let your practice settle you here for this final peak pose. Please stay for as long as you'd like. When you're ready to move forward, start to first deepen your breath. Invite small movements into fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Bring your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Pull your knees in towards your belly and rock off onto whichever side feels more inviting for you. Here, use your top arm to press yourself up to a seat. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. We'll close our class with one final breath. Please inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Bring your thumbs to your third eye space. Today I bow to you with so much love and gratitude. From my heart to yours, Shanti.